We live in a world of instant connection. Satellites whisper directions from space. Our phones know where we are always, but this world of ours was built on something far older. It was built on a tiny, trembling needle. This is the story of how that one simple tool rewired our planet. It is a story not of grand pronouncements, but of quiet, persistent guidance. A force that, once harnessed, allowed humanity to finally master the vast, empty spaces of the Earth. It gave us the confidence to sail beyond the horizon, and in doing so, to discover not just new lands, but ourselves. Before this needle, the world was a patchwork of known places, islands of certainty in a great ocean of the unknown. To travel was to risk everything. The compass changed this fundamental relationship with our planet. It gave us an invisible thread to follow, a key that unlocked the globe. For most of human history, the world was a place of immense and terrifying uncertainty. To venture far was to navigate by a fragile set of clues. During the day, the sun was the primary guide. Its arc across the sky offered a general sense of east and west, but its path shifts with the seasons, a subtle change that could lead a traveler astray over long distances. A cloudy day could erase this guide completely, leaving a ship or a caravan utterly blind. At night, the heavens offered a more complex map. Polaris provided a fixed point, a celestial anchor for lost souls, yet it was only visible in the northern hemisphere. South of the equator, new constellations were needed, harder to read. And like the sun, the stars could be hidden. Storms, fog, a simple overcast night, a featureless void of black water and black sky. On land, travelers could cling to coastlines, follow rivers, keep mountain ranges in sight. Reliable and confining. To strike out across open land or open sea was an act of incredible bravery, or perhaps desperation. Getting lost was not an inconvenience, it was often a death sentence. This was the world before the compass, oceans as wilderness, fear as a barrier. The story of the compass begins not at sea but on land, in the heart of ancient China. It starts with a mysterious rock known as lodestone, a naturally magnetic iron ore that attracts iron. For centuries, a curiosity, Earth's magic. In the Han Dynasty, scholars and mystics began to study it closely. They observed its power of attraction and its tendency to align north-south when free to move. These innovators created a device known as a south-pointing spoon, carved lodestone resting on a smooth bronze plate. Set down, it would spin and wobble, eventually settling into a fixed orientation, its handle pointing south. A remarkable device, used for geomancy and fortune-telling to align buildings, tombs, and living spaces with cosmic energies. The concept of ocean navigation was centuries away, yet the principle was discovered, consulting the Earth's magnetic field directly. By the Song Dynasty, inventors learned to magnetize ordinary iron needles. Lighter, more sensitive, and practical. This was a crucial step, paving the way for its eventual use by mariners. A simple piece of magnetized iron revealed an ancient force as old as Earth itself, a whisper from the planet, offering certainty and precision. The transition from a diviner's tool to a mariner's essential guide marked a pivotal moment in history. Song Dynasty innovators took the south-pointing principle and made it portable and practical. A magnetized iron needle floated in a bowl of water, surface tension allowing near-frictionless rotation to align with the poles. This wet compass was a game-changer for Chinese sailors. Shen Kuo's dream pool essays around 1088 AD gave one of the first clear descriptions. He noted needles suspended by a thread or floated in water to find direction, and observed magnetic declination. Captains could maintain headings even when sun and stars were hidden, enabling direct, safer routes across the South China Sea and into the Indian Ocean. They sailed to Sumatra, India, and the Arabian Peninsula, expanding China's commercial and cultural influence. The compass did not replace stars, winds, and currents. It added a constant, unwavering reference when all else failed. That security at sea became the catalyst that would carry this invention far beyond China's shores. In the dead of night or thick fog, the compass removed the ultimate terror of being lost, a silent, steadfast companion. The knowledge of the magnetic compass did not remain a Chinese secret for long. The very trade routes it expanded became conduits, carrying silk, porcelain, and ideas. Arab merchants, masters of monsoon networks, saw its immense value and adapted it, a needle on wood or corn, floating in a bowl. By the 12th century, the compass spread across the Islamic world, from the Persian Gulf to Mediterranean shores. Journeys became safer and more profitable. From the Middle East, the idea traveled into Europe, via Amalfi, Venice, Genoa. Alexander Neckham mentioned the compass around 1190. Some called it dark magic, but its utility won out. European sailors saw the potential, freedom to cross open waters like the Bay of Biscay, The dry compass improved the design, a needle pivoted on a pin, boxed with a windrose. It became the standard for centuries. With reliable direction and latitude from the astrolabe, maps improved, tools and charts driving each other forward. Prepared by better tools and better maps, Europe stood at the edge of unprecedented global exploration. The compass did not cause the age of exploration on its own, but it was the essential piece that made it possible. By the late 15th century, the dry compass improved ship designs like the caravel, and more accurate maps emboldened mariners. No longer hugging coasts, they were ready to challenge the open sea. The compass turned the Atlantic from a barrier into a highway, courage to sail west into the sunset, and keep going. In 1492, Christopher Columbus set sail to find a westward route to Asia. He miscalculated the world, but without the compass his voyage was impossible. Day after day, with water in every direction, the compass was the one constant, assuring a westward course. That unwavering needle guided him to the Americas, changing world history forever. In 1497, Vasco da Gama sought India by rounding Africa through treacherous South Atlantic seas. The compass let him plot daring offshore tacks to find favorable winds before swinging around the Cape of Good Hope. His success opened direct maritime trade between Europe and Asia, shifting the world's economic center. In 1519, Magellan's fleet began the first circumnavigation, a supreme test of the magnetic compass. For months with no land in sight, they relied on the needle to cross Earth's largest feature. These voyages shattered old certainties and knit continents into a single global system for the first time. Trade, empires, exploration, a tiny needle connected continents. The same tool that opened the world to exploration became an instrument of power and conquest. Spain, Portugal, England, the Netherlands. Navigational superiority forged vast overseas empires. Reliable ocean crossings projected military power and established distant colonies. They controlled lucrative routes. Naval supremacy depended on the compass. Warships hunted across oceanic battlefields. Fleets coordinated strategies far from home. Blockades choked ports. Precise landings delivered armies to foreign shores. Control of the seas meant control of wealth and bitter conflict. The compass connected and enabled discovery, and facilitated conquest, exploitation, and subjugation. It guided the ships of the transatlantic slave trade, a precise and tragic triangle between Europe, Africa, and the Americas. The tiny needle was indifferent to motives, guiding conquerors and guiding merchants with equal fidelity. It enabled methodical charting and claiming, imposing a grid upon lands long mapped by others. As centuries passed, the humble compass evolved, adapting to new technologies. Liquid-filled designs dampened motion, more stable, easier to read on the move, crucial for early automobiles, and foundational in the dawn of aviation. For early pilots flying, by the seat of their pants, the magnetic compass was a lifeline above the clouds. Engines and fuselages caused deviation, leading to correction procedures and more precise systems. The digital revolution miniaturized the compass into solid-state magnetometers with no moving parts. Tiny, cheap, low power, perfect for embedding, the compass became an invisible component inside everyday tech. Nearly every smartphone contains a digital compass, silently orienting maps, showing not just where you are, but which way you face. From the ship's binnacle, to the aircraft's dashboard, to billions of pockets around the world. So integrated we barely notice, yet it orients our daily lives. In our modern world, GPS seems to have made the compass obsolete. Satellites can pinpoint where you are, but not which way you're facing when you stand still. For orientation, devices still consult Earth's field. The digital compass is the ghost in the machine that orients the map. GPS tells you where you are, the compass tells you where you're looking. Together they make navigation intuitive. Autonomous vehicles need redundancy. GPS can be jammed, spoofed, or lost in tunnels and dense, urban canyons. Inertial systems bridge gaps but drift. A magnetic compass provides a constant external reference to correct that drift. Will the compass disappear? Unlikely. As long as Earth has a magnetic field, sensing it remains elegantly useful. New quantum magnetometers promise extreme sensitivity, unlocking underground mapping and even off-world navigation. From a fortune teller's mystical spoon in Han China to the invisible sensor in the smartphone you hold, the journey of the compass is a quiet epic. For over 2 millennia, this simple device has been humanity's silent partner. Not a sudden explosion, but a slow, persistent revolution, beginning with the quiet swing of a needle in water. It redrew the maps, turned oceans into highways, and connected once isolated civilizations. It enabled empires and war, with complex and often tragic consequences, and advanced science that mapped the Earth's invisible field. From stone to iron, wet to dry, mechanical to digital, one of history's most adaptable technologies, so common we forget its profound power. The compass proves the greatest revolutions aren't always loud. For more than 2,000 years, it has guided explorers, traders, soldiers, pilots, and billions of ordinary people.